how do I teach my dog to calm down? You know, this is one that we talk about quite a bit. So, you know, what does it really mean for a dog to be calm? You know, when people think about calm, sometimes we think about position, sometimes we think about like the dog's state of mind, sometimes, you know, there's a lot of different ways to think about calm. So when you're thinking about calm for your dog, it's actually a combination of several things, state of mind and position. The calmest position that your dog can be in is a down. But do you know that there's several different ways that your dog can do a down? So if you ever look at your dog, if your dog is near you right now, look on over at them and look at their hips, especially if they're down. If they're rolled on their side, on their hips, whether they're totally on their side or if they're just on their hips, look at them, look at the dog, and if their hips are rolled over, that is the calmest that your dog can be, if their hips are rolled over. Now, most dogs, if they're not calm, but they're in the down, their hips are squared so that way they can quickly pop up, okay? So the first thing that you want to do about teaching a calm dog is, one, get your dog into the down position. And then you also want to teach them to roll those hips. And then once you do that, this is where it gets a little tricky because not every dog is the same. You need to begin to use rewards that actually continue on the relaxation. Let me tell you something that I think is fascinating that I see all the time. I'll put a dog in a down for the first time. I won't have any food in my hand. And then I'll go and I'll begin to pet the dog's back. And as soon as I begin to touch the dog from its withers to its hips, you see the dog all of a sudden bubble up and they get out of control. What I had intended to be a massage, the dog thought it was very ticklish and now is jumping and licking, you know, jumping on me and licking my face. So when you get your dog into the down position, you're going to have to read the dog and say, okay, how am I going to talk? How fast am I going to dispense the food? What should I be doing with my fingers? Should you be, you know, kind of doing your fingers like this? You know, should you pet the dog like this, you know, across its back? I'll tell you what I tend to do to try to relax a dog. I start here and then I slowly and very firm, actually, pretty firm, put firm pressure across the dog's back. I'm not necessarily like up in the dog's face like, oh, you're such a good puppy. You know, if I'm trying to calm the dog, I'm not going to come and do this really crazy thing. I want to come and be like, hey, what a good dog you are. Very good. As I begin to pet the dog. Hey, what a good little assistant this is, right? Isn't that cute? So, you know, calming your dog, you want to get them into the down position. I like to have them on elevated beds. And then you want to use the types of reward that are going to be the types that are going to help the dog understand to maintain that state of calmness. And so really, that's where I'm going to go.